guys, what is up guys, SDPeasy here and welcome back to another episode of Lampard's Lounge. Now today we have the episode on the whole game that I actually attended myself, so we'll have a matchday vlog out in the next few days. I believe tomorrow we've got a FIFA video and the day after that hopefully will be the matchday vlog, depending on if I can get it edited in time. But we are talking today about Hull in the FA Cup. Obviously beat them 2-1, but not a great performance in my opinion. Obviously seeing it firsthand probably allowed me to have an even better opinion on this. So yeah, this should be a good one. So we'll look at the team sheet here, and obviously we'll start with the whole team. I thought they actually were very, very good. I really liked their keeper, George Long, I believe his name was. He was fantastic. He made a lot of really good saves. At points where it could have been 3-4, 5-0 Chelsea in the first half. So he actually did keep them in the game a lot, and a very talented goalkeeper. They have a lot of very talented players in general. Some of their midfielders, the creative players were fantastic. Bowen was very, very good. And obviously Grosicki coming off the bench and scoring to be fair, from what I've got in my match day, I've got a video of the free kick, and I actually thought it was just an absolute screamer. He's managed to whip that top binge from the far side. I've only actually today watched a replay of it, and it takes a huge deflection off the wall. Still, decent effort, and obviously they probably deserved a goal in the game, so it was fair to them. They probably actually did deserve one. I thought in general, Hull were a very good team, but I thought Chelsea made them look a lot better than they were. Now, obviously, Chelsea came with a 4-3-3 as well. A lot of changes, but not the changes I perhaps wanted to see. I wasn't very happy with this team when I saw it. I wanted Gilmour starting, I wanted Lamptey starting, and I wanted maybe Aneurin or Maatsen starting. Now, Aneurin wasn't even the matchday squad, so I thought at least, well, maybe Maatsen instead. But I was very disappointed that none of them were playing. None of them played. They only came on as subs. I mean, Maatsen didn't even come on. Aneurin obviously came on, not Aneurin, Gilmour obviously came on with about 20 minutes left, and Lamptey was just used as a 92nd minute waste time sort of sub. However, when Gilmour came on the pitch, he was absolutely fantastic. Easily one of the best players in the whole team, and he only played 20 minutes. He's probably the best player of the whole game in my opinion. He came on, he controlled the game, he just kept the ball and played some nice simple passes. Also played a few fancy ones, nice bit of skill. The guy was actually brilliant. He tracked back, won the ball. He did the kind of things that Ross Barkley will never do. And boy, don't start him on that left-hand side of the pitch. I will talk about it in a minute because it was just embarrassing. But all in all, I wasn't very happy with the team. I thought the young players should definitely have played more, and I feel like Lamptey, Maatsen and Gilmour, and I was a bit sad Aneurin wasn't even in the squad, but them three definitely would have given us more for the game. They would have given more for the team, would have cared more, would have meant more to them, and we wouldn't have been in such the positions that maybe were throughout the game with some of the younger players playing. I was actually really disappointed with a lot of the experienced players. I thought a lot of them were pretty terrible and just had very bad games, but a lot of them do nowadays, and that's sort of a standard, which is why, in my opinion, the young players should be playing a lot more often than they do. So we go over to my positives and negatives here. Now, the first 15 minutes, we were fantastic. We were all over, and obviously we scored in the 6th minute. We were creating chances for fun. We really had them penned in the first 15 minutes, and we were fantastic in that time. The other, 75 minutes of the game, we were awful. And I thought Hull actually probably deserved to beat us, personally. I mean, realistically, I thought first 15 minutes, very good. Rest of it, terrible. One thing I was very pleased with, though, was Lampard's post-match interview. Obviously, we've just won the game 2-1. He could just fill the media with a load of shit that we played well and whatever, but he was very honest. About 4 minutes long. If you haven't seen it, please go and have a look for it on Twitter. I believe I did retweet it, so if you go down my Twitter, you're able to find it. He just says we were rubbish. We were actually very poor. We gave him a lot of chances to maybe beat us, and they were probably the better team than us. So I was very happy with his interview, and I think he showed a lot of character in that, and to show that he isn't just going to blow smoke up people's ass. He is going to tell you if you're shit. He's not going to be one of these yes men. He's going to be honest, and I really like that, and I really appreciated the interview because it was a very honest and deep sort of interview. I really appreciated it. Obviously, Tomori getting a goal, and obviously back in the team. This man has to start every week at centre-half. He should be the first name on the team sheet at centre-half. It's simple facts. He's our best centre-back. Yes, he's young, and yes, he does make mistakes, he's inexperienced, but he's probably our best centre-back. And if he isn't, he needs to at least be on the bench and play every other game. The guy's fantastic. Obviously, he's got a very, very good goal. Decent header. He makes a great run around the back post, loses his marker and gets there first. It's a really good goal, and he really did deserve it because him and Zuma were absolutely fantastic together at the back. One player I thought was brilliant and definitely should not have been bought off for William was Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi was fantastic. Pedro should definitely have left the pitch instead because he was absolutely dreadful. But Hudson-Odoi was fantastic. He was running at the fullback. That left back didn't know what to do with him. He had him on toast all game. Literally had him on ice skates all game. It was mad. Seriously, the guy, he was like exuding confidence. Sorry, it was really nice to see. So obviously he's been lacking it recently, so it's good to see him back to his best and really going at players, which is all I want to see him do, because that's where we know is he's at his best and that's where he's most talented. So, in terms of negatives, we've got two of the same as the Arsenal game. We were not clinical in any way or shape or form. We could have been 5-0 up in about the first half an hour, but we weren't. We didn't take any chances. Yes, their keeper made some good saves, but there was also points where I think there was one point where Chelsea played about 4 or 5 passes inside the box when they all could have been shots, and we ended up out wide and not even getting enough on goal. Seriously, we're just not good enough. Without Abraham, we struggled. Batshuayi was dreadful. Yes, I know he scored, but it took a lucky deflection. Apart from that, he did nothing all game. He was just offside constantly. He wasn't chasing the ball. He wasn't pressing. I thought he was absolutely dreadful. And just without Abraham, we were just not clinical enough. We didn't take chances. We didn't look like scoring, which was worrying against Hull. I mean, they're in the Championship, man. We should be scoring against those. We really, really should. And obviously complacency as well. Like I said, 15 minutes, fantastic. 75 minutes of absolutely dreadful football. So we're just complacent. We go 1-0 up and think we've won the game, and we stop playing football. We stop playing the same football we were playing to score the goal. We just give up on that, and it's just not right. I just fed up of it now. I talk about it every week, so I'm not going to talk about it much because it's the same thing every week. It's typical Chelsea at the minute. We start playing well, we stop. And we just get done over and turned out and shown up by teams, which is just not good enough. It really, really isn't. And my biggest negative from watching the game was that left side of the pitch. Alonso, Pedro and Barkley, get out of the club. All three of you, absolutely shockingly bad performances. They were absolutely dreadful, all three of them. Constantly gave the ball away. Constantly, when they had the ball, lost it. Never produced anything. Didn't take chances. Barkley and Pedro both should have scored. Didn't. Alonso was just awful. He got minced all game by the wingers. Just all three. That side as a general really let us down. They were so bad. How Alonso wasn't brought off at half time, and Pedro for maybe Willian or Maatsen or Lamptey to come in at the fullback. Seriously, it was so bad. The left side was absolutely dreadful. Them three can never play together at the club again, and really, them three should never play for the club again. Not together, they should just never play. It was so bad. It was embarrassing to watch. Seriously, they really let us down. So, in terms of my feelings of the game, yes, I'm happy we got through, but I'm also a bit like Lampard's interview. I was very just frustrated and disappointed with the team's performance. I thought overall we were pretty poor. Hull just happened to not turn up in the first half. The second half they were a lot better, but the first half they were pretty poor, which I think helped us out because we were really, really dreadful. But I can only hope for better. Hopefully things are going to improve, and we'll see an improvement now. We're into the next round, so it's not all negative. We're into the next round. We'll see who we get in the draw, and hopefully we can keep going further into competition and maybe win a trophy this season. But that has been this episode of Lampard's Lounge. Obviously beating Hull 2-1. Not a bad result in the end, I suppose, but just frustrating. Hopefully if you guys have enjoyed, you'll drop a like on this video. Subscribe if you are new around here and hit that notification bell. We do upload every single day at 6 PM, and we upload a Chelsea video about the game every single game the day after. I know this is 2 days after, but I had work and I wasn't able to. But normally the day after, or very max 2 days after. But do it every game. So if you are a Chelsea fan or a fan of football, please stick around. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and peace.